You passed the real estate exam. Congratulations. Make sure you celebrate that win because it is a win. The next thing you have to do in Illinois is that you have to apply for your license. You can't just begin practicing without applying for your license. So then you may be wondering, how do I do this? Well, in order to apply for your license, you have to join a brokerage. Next question, how can I join a brokerage? Great question. Now keep watching because in this video, I will share with you certain things that you need to consider when you are interviewing other brokerages and trying to figure out which one to join. Let's jump in and I'll show you. Welcome to this channel. I am Nonya, your real estate tutoress. I am a licensed broker in Illinois as well as a licensed instructor. On this channel, I bring you the best tips and tools to getting your real estate license. If you're new here, welcome and do consider subscribing. Real quickly before we jump in, if you're not familiar with the terms, when I talk about being a broker, I'm also referring to you being a real estate agent. And in Illinois, the sponsoring broker is what in some other states they call the broker. All right, so in Illinois, the broker is a real estate agent or a salesperson, depending on where you are. And then the managing broker or sponsoring broker is the other license, the higher license, the one that you're working for as a broker. The first thing I would like to say is, as you are going through this process, just remember that you are not bound to any brokerage. If you ask the right questions, you do all your research, and somehow you find yourself in a brokerage that's not working out for you, that's all right. You can leave and join another brokerage and continue practicing. So hopefully that takes a lot of the pressure off of you and you don't feel like, oh my gosh, I'm going to make a mistake and I'm going to be stuck here forever. No, you get to choose where you work. Next, as a broker, you are bringing money into this brokerage that you're working for. All right, you're working for an office. You're going out there and doing business in the name of the office and bringing in money to that office. So you want to ask them, all right, what are you providing to me for the work that I am doing out there? So some offices will provide training. Some will provide support. Some offices have physical locations. You can go in and use some of their supplies. You can print at the office. You can have a designated space where you do your work. You can have phones that you have access to make some calls if you don't want to use your cell phone, right? So there are different things that you want to consider and say that, okay, if I'm coming here and bringing money into your business, what am I getting in return for that? All right. If you're in a virtual brokerage type of situation, what are they offering you virtually to help you in your real estate practice? Now, these questions are not necessarily deal breakers, but you just want to mentally prepare yourself before you walk in there and you're like, oh crap, I didn't realize I had to buy a printer. And now you need to print something and you're trying to go figure out where you can print it from. Ask those questions. What are you providing to me so that I know what I'm getting myself into? Next thing you want to find out is, what do they expect of you as a broker? What are their expectations? Do they expect you to be full-time or can you be part-time? If they require that you're full-time, can you be full-time or you need to be part-time in the beginning as a new broker? Do they have weekly office meetings? When are those meetings? Can you make those meetings? Some places, if you're new, they ask that you join a team where a more experienced broker is your lead. You want to find out from them, okay, how is that set up? What's the structure of that? And is that something that you can fit into? So you want to find out from them what they expect of you so that you, again, know what you're walking into. And there is that agreement up front before you sign any paperwork and begin to work at any office. A lot of people are concerned about the commission split, and there's nothing wrong with asking questions about how much you're going to be making because you have to survive. You have to support your family, correct? So you need to find out what does that commission split look like. Some places offer 100%, but then they have some fees that you have to pay and some other things that are involved with that. Okay. Some will offer an actual split with no fees. Some offer a split with fees. So then that takes you back to, what are they providing for this split? All right. Because some places will give you 100%, but then they have no physical office location. So you're not going into a brick and mortar type place where you can use their supplies and things like that. Some places will have a split, but then they throw in things like, oh, all your signage in front of the home, we'll place that for you. So you don't have to worry about having signs and where do you store those signs. And when you have a listing, you have to figure out, okay, how do I get those signs in front of the home? Now the office will take care of all of those for you, but then there's a commission split with every transaction. Okay, so you may have to make a list of all these places and figure out, okay, what does this have to offer? What are they expecting of me? What is the commission split? And then you do that for every place that you interview and figure out for yourself which one works best for you. If you're finding this information helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe to this channel. I would greatly appreciate that. The next thing that I wanted to talk about is the office culture. Now, you have asked all those questions that I mentioned earlier, right? But you want to get a feel for the person that you're talking to, the person that you're interviewing with. How is that interaction between them? Are they just reading a script to you and telling you what they think you want to hear? Or do you actually feel a good connection between the two of you, right? Who are you going to be working closely with in the office? Maybe they have office staff that you will be dealing with. How is that interaction between you and that office staff? You want to trust your gut feeling as you walk into that place. Do you feel like the brokers in that office are ruthlessly competing and fighting against each other? Is it a toxic environment? Because you don't want to be in that kind of a situation, especially as a new agent where people are fighting each other and you're trying to figure out, I just want to make money, right? So what's going on here? Why are these two people fighting each other all the time? Okay, so those are some things that you just want to watch for as you're going through, because an office may have all the bells and whistles, but the people there are not the type of people that you want to work with. If you get just weird vibes, maybe that's not the place for you. There's a place for everyone. So just keep looking, keep searching, interview at different places and get a feel for the people that you're talking with. Look beyond the words that they're telling you and try to figure out if you can actually get to the person's motive. Are they just looking at you as another dollar sign, or do they genuinely want to help you grow your business? Now, this is the most important thing you should be looking for, because no seller is, for the most part, hiring you because of the brokerage that you join. They're hiring you for you. You pick a place where you get a good connection and good support from the other brokers and managing broker in that office. If you're still watching to this point, thank you. And I hope you have already liked this video. Don't forget again to subscribe and share this with someone you know that may be wondering how to choose a brokerage. Maybe someone from your real estate class that is wondering the same thing. If you have any questions about choosing a brokerage, leave them in the comments below and I will be glad to help you. If you're wondering about the real estate exam and how to pass the exam, I will link a video that you can watch right here. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.